The annual purge will conclude in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for your participation.
We survived.
All police and emergency services have been reinstated. All crime, including murder, is now illegal.
Come on, let's get to work.
One night only. Rest of the year is peaceful.
Help me! Help me! The purge is over, please!
No, it ain't.
This is insane. Nobody hear the sirens?
There's no crime anymore. Anything goes.
You rich can't hide behind your steel walls no more. Powerless. How's that feel? This is the real purge. The forever purge!
Hurry up! They're coming! Come on! Follow me!
There's nowhere safe to go. No way to get help.
Oh my God.
We gotta find another way to get out of here.
This country's gonna collapse.
Mexico is opening its borders for the next 6 hours.
Let's go.
We're in this together.
English! Speak!
Does this translate?
All right, Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I give my praise to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honor to the apostles nailed this great millstone. Shalom to you brothers pushing this truth and sincerity all over the earth. Another shalom to you all for elect. Hey, I just want to make this real quick. As you see in the trailer for the movie The Forever Purge, and as you know, Esau, when he makes movies, TV shows, anything they want to put on TV, YouTube, anything they want to put, you know that there's some truth behind it. And you know Esau shows you things that's going to happen before they happen. And they tell you these things, but they put it as in form as entertainment, so people really don't catch on to what they're trying to tell you. And we know, as we seen in the video, and just a trailer for an example, we know that this place, before we are out of here, before we're able to go back home, be in the kingdom, do these things, we know before any of that happens, we're going to have to go through a lot of hell. Starting off with what's getting ready to take place on the earth, which is what? Basically, like the movie A Forever Purge, but it's not going to be forever. We don't know how long, the tribulation and Jacob's trouble and the lawlessness and martial law and all this stuff, when this stuff starts to take place, we don't know how long it's going to be for, but we know it's coming, and we know society is going to be completely different than what it is now. Life is going to be just like the movies that you watch, which I enjoy watching the Purge series. Even before I knew the truth, when I was watching them, I still enjoyed them. Because I always used to think about, what if this was actually to happen? What if the world actually came to this? Because and now that I know the truth, and now that I know that the world is going to come to this at a point in time, but the time when it comes out of it, it's not going to be forever. Esau will do that. Okay, it seems like they're going to be in power forever, or all destruction is going to be taking place forever, and then society's never going back to normal. No, man. It's not going to be forever. It's going to be until the Savior comes back. and to save us out of this place, save the elect out of this place, and give them and save them from the destruction. And this was gonna wipe out this place, man, because this place is not gonna be here forever. But that destruction and all that stuff and calamity is going to be happening on a day-to-day basis, day and night. It's going to be very, very bad out here, man. Going to be very, very bad out here. Like the scripture says, it's going to be worse than anything that's ever taken place on earth. And we're going to get that. You have to understand the times that we're coming in is very, very, very serious. Well, you got people out here celebrating independence of the white man, don't know what they're celebrating, popping firecrackers. Little did you know, at this time, back in the day, you were still slaves. So what do you celebrate? You're not independent, and simply would say, it's different now, we're free. You're not free, man. You're behind enemy lines, doing what Esau tells you to do, man. He says it's okay to do this, you think it's okay to do that. Celebrate this, celebrate that. Okay, let me celebrate this, let me celebrate that. Just listening and be following Esau is going to lead you to your destruction, man. And keep following and listening to Esau is going to catch you out here when the martial law and all this other stuff takes place, man. You're going to be caught out here listening to him, listening to somebody that does not care about you, does not and is not out for your benefit. Esau's not out here to look for you, out here looking out for you, out here to be your friend. They want to kill you, Jake. They can't wait to this time, to the purge, as you were, to that to happen, so they can let loose with no restrictions, Jake. You don't understand how bad it's going to be. People going to get kidnapped, murdered, all types tortured. When Esau gets his hand, because you don't understand, Esau's true devil is going to come out, man. He's really going to show you that he does not like you, Jake. He want to be buddy with him, be your friend, be your homie with him, your compadre. And then when the time comes, he go, hey man, can I come to your house? Oh yeah, come on over, man, come on over. Make your way over here, we'll come get you. You gonna get over there and you're not gonna see the light of day, man. You're not gonna see the light of day. Trusting in the devil, man. Trusting in him is gonna get you caught out there, man. Believing he's the way. Jesus, you gotta call on Jesus. You the brothers, the Israelites, nah, they're not right. I don't follow them. I want to follow Christ. And following Christ is gonna get you caught out there, man. You understand how bad it's going to be if you're not under the protection of Yahweh Hashem Shah. You're gonna be caught out there, and it's gonna be looking bad for you, man. Because that's the only way that you're making out of here, man. You're not about to be making out of here with your guns, how many friends you have, how much water, how much food you have stored. None of that, man. Your underground bunker, your shelter in the woods that nobody knows about. None of that, man. Let's get to the scriptures, man. Jeremiah 30:3. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and Judah, saith the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the I'll cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words of the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. And that's what's coming. A lot of fear and not of peace. Just like the lady said in the trailer. She said, the purge is over. What are you doing? It doesn't matter. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Why is everybody looking like this, man? What's going on? What's happening on the earth? At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. But the point I want you already know is verse 7. It says, for alas, that day is great, so that none is like it. And that's going to be backed up in Matthew. None is like it. When Jacob's trouble happens, it's going to be nothing like that that's going to take place, that's ever happened, that's ever taken place on this earth. You see? That day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble, can you guess who's going to be in trouble? You, Jake. Jacob's going to be in trouble. But he should be saved out of it. We understand that the time is going to come to where it's not going to be everything McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, IHOP, all the stuff that you eat, Walmart's, wherever you get your groceries from, all the stuff you get your food from, all that stuff is not going to be kind of convenience anymore. You're going to be able to get water conveniently, showering, shelter, safety. All that stuff is not going to be a convenience and a pleasure unto you anymore. You're going to be on the run, going to building, whatever is going to be happening in that time, man. Just like the scriptures say, you're going to be vagabonds on the earth. You're going to be moving from place to place. And society, you understand, society and stuff like that, it shows you in games, movies all the time. When society is at a hole and it's at a at a hell, if we've seen the movies, which we have like never experienced because it hasn't happened yet, but when you watch it in games, TVs, like I said, when you see things like that happen, take place in the movies, what do you see? You see people always constantly going, hey, house to house, building to building, safety to safety, man. They're going from one place to another. You don't see them just hunker down in their house and just sit here and just hold off the fort. No, man. You go, like I said, you're gonna be like pilgrims on earth. I think I said vagabonds or aggravator slacky on that. Like pilgrims on earth. You're gonna be as pilgrims on earth. And what do pilgrims do? They're constantly on the move. Constantly on the move. You might have a backpack, a cup of water in it, whatever the case, some water bottles, some little cracker, whatever the case, man. You're gonna be on the move constantly. You're not gonna be just sitting in one place. You see? And it's gonna be a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a lot, man. The times that we're coming in is very scary, man. Very, very scary. And like the scriptures say, it says the men are going to be crying. So if the men are going to be crying, what are the women going to be doing? You don't understand, man. This is going to be very, very, very serious, man. And America is not letting you know. The white man, Esau, and all these other things, they're not letting you know for the time that's getting ready to take place. They're prepping you in the holiday. They're getting you in the holiday spirit. Oh, you got Halloween coming up, and get the kids go out trick or treating and doing this and doing that. No, man, that's what they're getting for. They're not preparing you and telling you what's going to take place, man. And when that time does take place, if you out there, you out there, man. If you're not in the protection of Yahweh Shem Shah, then it's over. Because in those times, when everything's not going to become a convenience to you anymore, you can't just get in your car and just go down the street or order food or whatever the case may be. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Shah is going to make sure there's a way that you're going to eat, that you're going to stay safe, that you're going to have water to drink. You have to understand that. And you have to trust in that, man. And whatever happens, it's in your path to happen, man. You was meant to be in them the FEMA camps, and you meant to be up in there, you're going to be in there. You're meant to be on the run, you're going to be on the run. You're meant to get on the run, get caught, and get sent to the camp. That's going to happen to you, man. All that stuff is already written on what's going to happen to you, man. You just got to live it out. If you're going to make it out of here, there's nothing you have to worry about. Well, you don't know. But if you're going to make it out of here, just know that the Lord is going to make it way for you to get out of here, man. He's going to send angels over you, give you spiritual power, whatever the case may be, man. You know, that's where the trust in the Lord comes in, man. Because what else can you put trust in nowadays? You can't put trust in your guns, family, yourself. You gotta pray on it, man. Maybe that should be required from the fear of evil these days, because the time is coming, man. And we've been saying it for a very long time, and people think, oh, it's been years since you've been saying that. You still believe that, this and that. You think people then they're still thinking about this. Look at the world, and there's nothing happened yet. And that nothing happened yet, might say, is gonna make the people get caught off guard. And the last one I'm gonna get, Matthew. I think I don't want to just get. Let me get straight to the point. Yeah, get straight to the point. Matthew 24. At 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. This is the end all be all. So once this takes place, once it starts happening, it's going to be the worst that it's ever been and the worst that's ever going to be. Because we know in the kingdom, once the kingdom is established, man, we have nothing to worry about anymore. Nothing. You don't have to worry about fighting for your life and doing this and doing that behind enemy lines. The kingdom's going to be beautiful, man. But just like I always say, I give the analogy of like, just like when you're like, well, let's say you're cleaning up the kitchen, you're cleaning up the house or whatever you're doing. You got to sweep. You got to get all the stuff from underneath by the fridge. You got to get all the stuff off the counters, underneath the stove, and you do all the other things. Clean off the stuff off the dishes. It got to get real nasty for it to look spotless, for it to be beautiful, for it to be good. And that's what's going to have to happen, man. For us to get to that kingdom, it's going to have to get real nasty, man. And Esau shows you with the movies, man. So that's all I just want to touch on because the trailer caught my eye, and it's called The Forever Purge. And that's going to be taking place. And forever does have multiple meanings. Forever does not always mean literally like how it says forever. Sometimes forever is just a long period of time. When you look it up, like for an example, when you look up the definition in the blue letter, when it's I think it's in I believe it's in Jeremiah, when it says his wrath endured forever, or something like that. In the scripture, when you look it up in the blue letter, we look up you go to the definition. One of the definitions is just a long period of time. And that's what it is. Forever is not always forever. Or never ending. Sometimes it's just a long period of time. And that's what's going to be happening, man. The so-called purge, Jacob's trouble and all that stuff is going to take place. It's going to be happening forever. A long period of time. Well, we don't know how long. But anything would be long when dealing with something like that. A day would be very long. Constantly on the run, constantly on the move, doing things like that, fighting for your life, making sure you all good, family, whoever you got with you, or whatever the case, and you on your own. Hey, man, serious time coming up, but I just want to touch on that because the movie trailer and the title, got me. So I'm gonna close out right there. Give our praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kadash. Catch you guys in another lesson. Shalom.